Hello everyone and welcome back to Phantom Chills in Video Games. Today we are continuing our playthrough of Cateau, and our character has just arrived at work. It's bustling with more activity than usual. When the owner scurries by, I receive the great news. Business has been going well, and they were moving to a new, bigger place not far. Oh, that's right, they're not at work, they're at the cafe. I congratulate her, apologize for not having much time to chat before taking my leave, cake in hand. That's right, they were picking up a cake and then going to work. And now they're back home. I'm home. Unlike the usual silence, Ro calls for me. Phantom, can you come over for a minute? When had she last been the one to call out to me? That's something I haven't considered being a possibility in a very long time. I walk over to her room. Oh hey! She changed her outfit. Yes? Roselle plays with her hands, as if she's unsure how to bring up the subject. Thank you for the photos. They were nice. However, yes? That kitten. Was there anyone with it? No, it was alone, I think. Isn't that strange? For a kitten to be all alone, I mean? I guess, but it had a collar, so it might just live nearby. She doesn't look convinced. Yeah, no, I was concerned about that too. You know what? I'll see if I spot it on my walk and make sure. That would be great. Do you want to come and see it? I can see how she considers it. How her brow furrows and her eyes trace the crevices of the floorboards. I might get scared with yet another stranger around. Best you go alone. Scared of frightening it? That's not an excuse I've ever heard from Roselle, the great cat whisperer. Maybe this case is a little bit more delicate, but it's not like the kitten trusts me either. However, if she doesn't want me to, I can't force her. I'll just do my best then. Wish me luck. Good luck. Empowered by her blessing, I head out. Just before leaving, I put the cake in the fridge and make my way to the old pedestrian street again. I hope she doesn't eat the cake that is for my co-worker. I'm surprised to see the kitten sitting next to the tree, just like it had the other day. Feels a little strange to find such a young cat out here all alone again. I would like to have a closer look at its collar, as it might have a number or an address on it. The kitten is sitting next to the tree trunk, looking at the passers-by. It looks healthy, so somebody must be feeding it at least. I really hope I'm just overthinking it. From our last meeting, I know I should be careful when I approach it. No sudden movements or sounds that will scare it. Having made my approach, I speak to it softly to get its attention. Hey little friend, we need a proper name for you too, don't we? Oh no, I have to name the baby kitten. Oh my goodness. Pancake! Pancake, what do you think of that? The kitten glances at me with big eyes, which I decide to be in approval. This reminds that I still have cat treats in my pocket. Maybe Pancake will like them. But I'm not the only one with eyes for the kitten. A kid separates from his mother's hand to chase the kitty. Pancake runs away, but in my direction. I can't let it get away. Follow the kitten. It's probably for the best to let it run. The kid's caught by his mother, so I don't have to worry about him anymore. I follow the kitten around the corner and find it hiding in a doorway. Its body is pressed into the corner, and its eyes watches me carefully. The ordeal has gotten me pretty close. Maybe I have a chance here? Throw a treat to it. Well, there's no twigs to use for play, and if there were, I'm not sure that'd be a good idea. Maybe a bite teat would help the little creature feel at ease. The situation isn't exactly what I'm used to, but I believe in the versatile powers of food. I crouch down and toss the treat carefully so it lands next to the kitten. It snaps its eyes on the new object and sniffs the air. When it's convinced it won't move again, it sneaks up on the treat and eats it. When finished, it sniffs the ground around the ground for more. I throw another one, and the projectile makes Pancake shy away before quickly returning to eat the food. I throw the treats closer and closer to me so Pancake can get within reach. However, Pancake becomes aware of that and grows more careful approaching the treats, backing away when it has grabbed it. It's a slow process, but I get the kitten close enough. Try 2 feet out of hand. I slowly pick out a few treats and place them on my palm. I extend my hand slowly in front of me, making sure the kitten can see them. Pancake looks at them, but hesitates, so I throw one of them halfway between us. The kitten crouches down and sneaks up to the treat, carefully watching me. After snacking on the nearest treat, it looks curiously at my hand, stretching its head out. It takes a reluctant step towards me, and I have to stay completely still. Movementless like a statue, a gargoyle on Notre Dame. Or maybe not a gargoyle. They come to life, right? As Pancake gets closer, it grows braver and walks up the last steps to smell my hand. I feel its whiskers tickle my fingertips, but I stay still as the mountain. Pancake takes the first treat, and I can clearly hear it snap as it bites into it. One after another, the treats disappear until my hand is empty. I know Pancake won't like it, but I still have to grab it to check its collar. My hand eases closer and picks up the kitten. I quickly press it against my chest to stabilize it. Pancake tenses up as soon as I touch it, but feels slightly calmer after a few seconds in my bosom. There you are, such a good kitty. I try to soothe the kitten, gently stroking it with my thumb. When it is calm, I place it on my lap to check the collar. Pancake meows, and I find a phone number that I write down on my phone. When that is done, I loosen my grip and stroke the kitten gently to make it forget my manhandling. Then I let it go, and Pancake scurries away, but I don't think we are back to square one. I leave some treats on the ground in case it comes back and leave. Yeah, I leave, not the cat. As soon as I get home, I walk into Rose's room. I got a number. Pancake had one on its collar. Oh, and I followed a rule. I named it. I also forgot to mention that I named the bakery cat as well. Sir Wellington. What are we waiting for? Call it. I type in the number and let the signals go by. They go on for longer and longer. No answer? Doesn't appear so. I'll have to try again later. Well, keep me updated. I will. I try to call a few more times. Eventually I give up and head for work. There are slow news days, and then there's dead news days. I need to get something published today or my boss will get on my case. Might as well have a stroll and see if I can at least find something worth writing about. The city beautifully lit in the dark as I find my way down to the town path. It's probably one of the prettiest spots around here. Another advantage it has going for it is the fact that for some arcane reason, almost nobody ever goes there, rendering it a quiet place for thoughts to be had. Hang on a moment. What's that sound? My pondering is interrupted by aggressive growling and a tremendous noise near the bridge. My curiosity is getting the better of me, and I gently walk over to check the source of the racket. It's the kitty! In the glow of the lamplight, there's a group of cats staring at each other, hissing and swatting their paws. 4 of them seem to be working together against a somewhat larger, rougher-looking one. Could it be the same one as from the other day? It looks like it, and appears to be in trouble. I'm not gonna pour water over them. I don't really want to interrupt the fight, so I'm gonna let them resolve it amongst themselves. To interfere is a sure way to get all kinds of debilitating diseases. I hang back and wait for the confrontation to resolve itself. They fly at each other in a blurred frenzy of claws and bites, but a few moments later, the upstarts rout and flee, leaving a lone cat torn but triumphant. Satisfied that it has indeed won the field, it huffs, weary but proud in posture. I sneak closer, but it doesn't look like the cat needs or wants my help. It sits down, tending to its wounds and giving itself time to rest and recover. This cat has clearly managed on its lonesome. Roselle could certainly learn a thing or two from this fellow. Hey, she's clearly depressed. Another certainty is that every great brawler ought to have a nickname of some sort to go along with their reputation. Let's see. I feel like needs a royal title, like king or emperor. Yeah. Let's go with king. Let's see. Maybe just king, actually. He's king. Yeah. Right, king. Clearly you run this town. See? King starts walking and I follow along at a comfortable distance. We follow the canal, a part of the city I'm very familiar with. I glance at the cat, who has some minor cuts and the fur is even more of a mess than usual, but it doesn't seem to bother it at all. What bothers me, though, is the extensive littering, for one, and the fact that I have no idea what this cat eats, come to think of it. The garbage might be the cat's, bounty? So I'm gonna offer food. Oh, it's mad. I still have a few treats left, so I fish them out of my pocket and crouch down, offering them from my hand. King looks at me with a spark of suspicion glinting in the eye, not making any move to approach. I throw a treat between us, in case it just doesn't want me to get close to me. It walks up to the tree with a scowling expression and swats it dismissively into the water below. Note to self, King really doesn't like cat treats. Okay, we'll throw the stuff out then. Well, if cats don't like these things, why even bother lugging them about? I weigh a treat in my hand, feeling its weight and shape. I calculate the perfect skip toss in my mind before reeling back my whole body, following into the throw, and I unleash the treat with flawless timing. It cuts through the air with a purpose, its destination preordained, the outcome already determined. With a graceful arc, it drops out of the air, maybe 2 feet away, hits the surface, and sinks with an undignified plop. King does show signs of amusement, and thusly encouraged, I repeat the procedure until I run out of sweets, the last one managing to skip maybe a centimeter or two. While certainly not the smoothest of friendships, I get the feeling that King is at least somewhat less indifferent towards me. Yeah, I messed up. King and I would have to part ways for now, and I'm looking forward to meeting it again. Once back at work, inspiration hits me. I could always write a little piece about the issue of abandoned cats around the city. After all, I never noticed before, so bringing it to light might result in some good. Okay. Well, that's the end of this episode. I hope you guys are enjoying everything. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video and have a lovely day.